A force to be reckoned with. Heidi Raye next on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com.
Hello, fellow citizens. This is the latest in Christmas news from around the world. When you look for the North Pole on the map, try looking in China. Seems as though the tiny trolls have had enough. The Elf Union, also known as the Lollipop Guild, demanded 2 extra gumdrops per hour and at least 1 day off a year. Santa Scrooge Claus responded by saying, "No, no, no," packed his presents and now walks proudly down the streets of China, bragging that his red outfit finally makes a fashion statement. The Chinese are several hundred years younger than the average elf. An atrocity. This has been news from around the world. Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black back in 1970. What didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish home studio here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you doing, world?
Sup?
How are you doing?
That's all I'm going to say. I'm out. Bye.
If it sounds like somebody's dying during the show, it's just Allie.
I'm not going to stay in this room. This is awful.
You're not going to be able to make it?
No.
Your nose is red.
Yeah,
It's like Santa's nose.
I hate everything right now.
You look like a jolly little elf.
You know what happened last night? Oh my gosh.
You kind of look like a little elf anyway.
I got to tell this story.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
I thought you weren't going to say anything after.
Well, I feel like I should tell this
Okay,
story.
go ahead.
I feel
Don't
like
cough,
everybody
though.
needs
Don't cough
to
in the
know.
mic.
All right.
It'll catch a cold.
You know the story. So
Yeah, I know. I was here.
All right. So I was just listening to a podcast on my phone, and it was just like a sermon from church, and I had the phone off. Like, it wasn't even on. And then all of a sudden, it started making this siren noise, and I looked, and it had dialed 911. So I just hung up, and then I told Chris what happened, and then, like, I left, and a police officer showed up within, like, 3 minutes.
Yeah, and that's when he busted through the door and tased me. No, he didn't really tase me.
No. Y'all just wondered where I was, and I was like, I'm peeing.
I was like, Allie, come on. This guy needs to make sure I'm not trying to kidnap you or anything. Just go on out of the bathroom before he pulls his gun
What
on
was
me.
I supposed to do? I was peeing.
Yep.
But do you want me to come out with just still peeing? Like, no.
You know what it kind of reminded me of? We were like the evil villains on Flash that were all nice when everybody came over, but they were really like up to something. Uh-huh. Yeah, and the cop was like the Flash. That's kind of what I was thinking the whole time he was there.
That's great.
Yeah.
I never thought of that, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, and then I was going to defeat him with my mind after he...
Yeah.
After he went and got in his car. I'm supposed to be working tonight, but I stayed home because of my stupid back.
The struggle is real for me.
Yeah, I went on a very, very short walk today trying to deal with it. And it was an extremely short walk, and it was a lot of pain. So, but I did a little bit. I think I'm just going to have to kind of ease back into stuff some. As long as you don't call the cops on me and I get put in jail.
I didn't even mean to call the cops. I don't know what happened.
What did I do to deserve that?
Nothing. I don't know what happened.
What I want to know. It's okay. Accidents happen. So we've got Heidi Raye coming up on the show. Now, what do you think about the song?
It's lit.
I'm going to Wish You Merry Christmas is the name of the song. I freaking love this song.
It's freaking lit.
It's my favorite Christmas song this year. Hands down. I mean, indie artist, on the radio artist, record label artist, whatever. And Allie's having to leave the room now because I think she's about to have a coughing fit. So Heidi Raye next on the Chris Top program.
Did you ever think you could afford an interior designer?
No, way too expensive. Besides, I've got style.
If you had style, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Ouch. Interior designers are for rich people.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Aquarium? Is that like for some crazy flower fish?
No, Magnolia Emporium. Randy's clients range from nurses and teachers to musicians, actors, and even some royalty thrown in there.
Oh, I'd be on the royalty side.
You really don't have any swag, do you?
No, I don't.
That's where Randy comes in. He listens to exactly what you want, whether it's spoken or unspoken.
Okay, if you mean he can read my mind, there's lots of things I don't want Randy to know.
No, he has a great feel for what he does.
Okay, where can I find Magnolia Emporium?
Just go to magnoliaemporium.com.
We want your space to reflect your success.
Hi there. I'm here to make sure you don't piss off any of those politically correct stupid motherfuckers for Christmas this year. Here's some brand spanking new ideas just for you. Because we all know how important it is for the majority to change age-old traditions to make a handful of people happy. Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Mammal
had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other
mammals
used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any
mammal
games. Then one foggy
one particular holiday where we give each other presents.
Eve,
a fat guy in a red suit, hashtag because it's okay to make fun of fat people,
came to say, Rudolph with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the
mammals
loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Mammal.
You'll go down in history. And if you didn't like that one, too bad. Here's another one for your politically correct Christmas. Have a happy Ramahana Kwanzmas. It's the best time of the year. Oh, by golly, we'll have a jolly Ramahana Kwanzmas this year. Everyone at the Chris Top program hopes you have a miserable holiday season. While you're trying to make the one or two jerks in the office feel at home and have fun.
You are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top program. And I'll tell you what, I listen to so many songs, especially around this time of the year, because I just get sent Christmas songs left and right. And Christmas, they're all really pretty songs, most of them, not all of them are. But there are some that really, really stand out. And I know Heidi's got other music, but since it's so close to Christmas, I really want to focus on this one. And we'll talk briefly about some of the other stuff too. But you totally captured me with I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas, Heidi. You really, really did.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Now, I've got to ask, I know you've been doing a lot of songwriting ever since you left Canada and packed up and moved to Nashville. Did you write this yourself? Did you co-write it?
I wrote it with a friend of mine, Roxy Dean. The two of us she had the idea to do something, like you said, not typical for a Christmas song.
Sure.
They're kind of hard to write, it's like, how do you write a Christmas song that isn't like every other Christmas song? Is kind of the struggle we were having to come up with an idea. And, she kind of said, well, how about we write something about how you're not supposed to say Merry Christmas anymore? And I thought, well, that's perfect. Let's do something sarcastic and politically incorrect.
Absolutely. And I think it's something that everybody can relate to, because every one of my friends gets so irritated when they feel out of place saying Merry Christmas. And, I'm the kind of guy, if I'm going to go somewhere, I don't care if somebody wishes me Happy Hanukkah or Happy Kwanzaa or whatever it is they celebrate. I'll return a Merry Christmas. And I think if people just did that, I think everybody would be happy.
Right. I mean, I had the exact same conversation with someone else today, and they said, I would never be offended if someone wished me Happy Hanukkah, so why would anyone else be offended if I wish them a Merry Christmas? And I said, exactly.
Yeah, and the world's so full of color, and you just want to keep it that way. You don't want to be so boring and so mundane all the time, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and your song is so far from that. Now, okay, I want to learn a little bit about you. Now, you are from Canada, and you're actually... I'm assuming your parents were probably like, all right, Heidi, we want you to get a degree first, get a real job, and then pursue the music career. Is that how it happened? Or because I know you're a nurse, right?
I am. You pretty much nailed it. Yeah, it was go to school, get a degree, and then you don't have to use your degree. But as soon as you get some education, you're allowed to run off to Nashville. So that's what I did. Okay,
so it's been a while since you graduated college. I mean, have you forgot all the nursing stuff? I mean, could you still give me a tetanus shot if I needed one?
I would not recommend that. I think that literally any other person in the world would do a better job than me.
So you could probably take my temperature.
Probably, yeah. My scope of practice is not too great these days, and if I'm being honest, I probably wasn't the best student.
Sure.
I was always skipping class for shows, or I missed a lot of school. I was writing in Nashville, or playing shows, touring and stuff. So I might not have been the most like observant student. So
Well,
probably
that's
a good thing
interesting.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's interesting to think about, though, because I mean, you basically forced yourself to go through school and do something that you, I guess, felt was important to do, but you had to put your dream off for 4 years.
Yeah, it was tough because I had never wanted to do anything else. So it was one of those things where I knew I needed some education and quote unquote, fail, or what is it called, a plan B, or a plan if things don't go through. And so it was hard to kind of force myself to learn something and be studious and accountable for something when my heart wasn't in it, but I did it.
You did, and I can't wait. I've been stalking you a little bit off and on today, and I can't wait to really kind of dive in deep and check out some of your other stuff. I did catch Boys Are Stupid.
All right, yeah.
And that is such a fun song. I love The Grass is Green and Boys Are Stupid. It just made me laugh. And it's so true.
That's the point. Thank you.
It's so true. And I was looking at your website, and I noticed you've got like merchandise. You got the Boys Are Stupid T-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got a few things up there. We have Worth a Shot shirts, Boys Are Stupid T-shirts and tank tops, and yeah.
Now, this is on HeidiRayeMusic.com, right?
It is HeidiRaye.com, HeidiRaye.
Okay, so anybody can go there and they can check out all your music, your merchandise, get in touch with you and all that good stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's your favorite social network?
Instagram.
Okay, so you're on there all the time.
I am.
Okay.
And I do like to tell people that it is me on social media. So I am the one, running it, answering to people. And so I encourage people that, it's not a robot or a stranger. So, follow me and, let's be friends kind of thing.
Okay. Now, if somebody wants to check out like your schedule, or if they want to come see you live, is there where's the best place to find that?
All my tour dates are listed on HeidiRaye.com, and I'm pretty good about, before a show, posting something on social media to promote, the show that night or something. But if you want to look ahead, just go to the website.
Okay. I really can't wait to play this song. It's killing me. I was trying to give it like maybe 10 or 15 minutes before we actually got to it. Okay, so I need to ask you this question. It's really, really important. It might be a little embarrassing. So if you need to tell me to shut up, just tell me to shut up.
Perfect.
Okay. So how's the love life? Are you in a relationship?
I am not. It's not great.
Now, is this something that you're putting on the back burner for your career, or is it just not happening yet?
Dating in Nashville is really hard. It's a town full of, I kind of describe Nashville as Neverland, like off Peter Pan.
Yeah.
It's, it's a town of dreamers and people that, want to act like they're 21 forever. And I think that's great. I mean, it's a creative town and people are chasing big dreams there. And it's just kind of hard dating someone when, the dream takes up 100% of your time, and you'd be dating someone who's also in the music industry with a big dream and a job that takes up 100% of the time. So it's just kind of a tricky situation there, but it's all good.
Yeah, so they'd almost have to be in the band to make it work.
Almost.
But then they're the ones you got to stay away from a lot of the times.
I know, that's the thing. It's really tricky.
It's horrible.
They have a reputation.
It's
of
a
not
horrible
being
way
the
to
ones
live,
who
Heidi.
date.
Are your parents pretty proud of you now? Are they happy that you're doing what you love, or are they like, come back home to Canada and get a real job?
They have never said that. They're kind of the opposite. They're so supportive that when I have a bad day in Nashville and I go, oh, that's it, I'm quitting, I'm going home, they say, no, you're not. You're not allowed to come back. So.
Do they get a chance to ever come up and see you perform?
Yeah, they're really good about at least someone from my family, whether it's a sibling or a parent, at least once a year comes down to Nashville, and then I play shows up in Canada, about twice a year. So they get to see me a fair bit.
Okay, well, that's good. And I've got a fellow Canadian that wants to say hi. It's JP's in the chat. He's got a little heart by your name. I think he might have a thing for you.
JP.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you ever do go back to Canada to do another show, you'll sell at least one ticket to JT, I'm sure.
All right. Well, hi to you. And I am in Alberta right now, actually.
Oh, so you're now you're not in Nashville right now?
No, I came home for Christmas.
Oh, home for Christmas. I was going to say the holidays, but I didn't want to offend you.
Hey, I'm not I do the offending. I'm not the one that gets offended.
Right. But see, if I said holidays, though, you might want me to say Christmas, and then
yeah,
but it's
and then
like,
I'd make you play my song.
Yeah, I know. It's like ingrained in your mind sometimes. It's like, and I don't even think about it. I just say holidays because I feel like that just evokes like Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything. But I love saying Merry Christmas too. It's just so weird what the world and what media has done to us, I guess, with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy. Drives me insane. Now, you had an EP, I think, that came out in July?
That is correct. Yeah, a 5-song EP.
Okay, and what was the name of the EP, or what's the name of the EP?
It's called Worth a Shot, and that's what the first single was, the title track. And yes, that went out. The first single went out in March of this year, and the EP came out a few months later. And we're just, we may not even be done with the first single yet. It's up until 5 days ago, it was still climbing. So it'll be interesting to see when the new year comes and the charts are back and running to see where we are. But as of right now, that's still the single we're promoting.
Yeah, and I've got to go through and I've got to check out some of your music off your EP. I've just been so stuck on the Christmas song and with the holidays and everything. I wasn't going to do another show this year until I heard I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas, and I thought, man, we got to squeeze one more in.
Aw, well, thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I just thought it was an important message. I mean, especially around here in the South and in the flyover states, where I think things really are real and they matter. I think this kind of stuff's a good message to kind of hit home a little bit. And it's just a fun song too. And I love your freaking voice. It's so catchy.
Oh, thank you.
I think now, do you sing solely or just strictly country? Don't you?
Yeah, for artist stuff, yes. I mean, as a songwriter, I write anything and everything. But when it's my name out there on stage, I'm singing country songs. If I do a pop song or a rock song or something else, I still make it country.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
sometimes it's fun to take like a new, really hot top 40 song, like I've done, like an Ed Sheeran or something like totally the opposite of country. And, you put some banjo or fiddle on it and a country voice, it'll sound country.
Right. Yeah. I think anything that you sing, I mean, it's just going to sound like bluegrass, just anything. And I think that's wonderful. I love, and it's unique. It's not like a voice that I hear all over the place.
Well, thank you very much.
So that makes it fun. Now, what's your first love? Is it going to be writing or is it going to be performing?
Performing.
Now, you've written over, last I read, it was like 200 songs, I think?
Well, that was 200 songs at my current deal. So It's probably, I've been there about 2.5 years. I think it's probably about 250 songs that I've written for the company I'm at now. It's called Harlan Howard Songs. Mm-hmm. I've been there since July of 2015. Before that, I was writing at another company called Muy Bueno, and I don't know, the count would probably be about 500 since I moved to Nashville, I bet.
That's so many songs. It sounds like a lot to me, but I guess if you're a songwriter in Nashville, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, I go through phases. Like the first year when I was signed at the deal, I wrote 167 songs in the year, between July 2015 and July 2016. But I was really, really focused on writing. And so I wrote Monday to Friday every day, and I wasn't on the road, and I was writing for an EP, so I wasn't out playing that many shows. And then this last year, I've been on the road pretty much since March, and so my numbers have dropped significantly.
Sure. Now, how does that whole process work for you? I mean, do you write a song and just immediately love it, and then maybe do you look back later on and you're like, man, that song sucks, or this is still really good?
Everyone is different, especially I mean, Nashville's the town of co-writing, right? And so, sometimes, especially if it's a new write and maybe you're not that comfortable with each other, you're just, maybe not meshing, sometimes you really struggle to get a song, and other times it comes really quickly and you love it. And, it's different. Sometimes, I'll write a song and just love it the second I write it, because it's the newest thing. It's like the newest toy. And so it's your favorite. Mm-hmm. And then, you live with it a little bit. And maybe a week or two later, you're like, nah, maybe it's not that good. Maybe I was just excited. And then the reverse happens a lot too. I'll write something and not be overly crazy about it. And my publisher will be, or the co-writer will be, and they'll be like, no, Heidi, you need to listen again or a couple times. And I think it's better than you think. And, it just depends.
Yeah. So I wouldn't even know where to start with something like that. But I guess, with you love it, and it's just probably in your blood, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of it depends on where you're at. I mean, if you have a lot of ideas, or, sometimes when you go on a streak where you're just writing every day after day after day, you kind of get burnt out a little bit, and the ideas aren't as great, or
Sure.
you're kind of running out of ideas. So
Sure.
I think it just depends on where you're at.
Now, Boys Are Stupid, was that written after one of the guys that thinks he's 21 that still lives in Nashville?
It was written after 3 guys. I tell the story about 3 particular boys, and then the verses are about 3 boys that I dated, and then the chorus is, what I perceive the facts of life to be, and one of which, of course, is that boys are stupid.
Sure.
So that's kind of how that one came together.
It's a fun song, and if people want to hear that one, they can just go to HeidiRaye.com and they can check that out too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The website will lead you anywhere that music is available in all social platforms. But if you're into streaming, it's on Spotify, and if you're into downloading, it's on Google Play and iTunes and all that good stuff.
Okay, cool. I'm so happy that Dawn threw your name out there yesterday when I was searching for music, and this is literally my favorite song. And I was telling Allie, it's hard for me to choose like a favorite every Christmas, but this is my favorite hands down between indie artist and signed artist. It's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm really pushing it on all my friends. I feel like a Christmas drug pusher.
Awesome. That's the best kind.
Yeah. I don't know. It may be bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick little break, then we're going to come back, and we're going to play Heidi Raye's I'm Gonna Wish You Merry Christmas right here on the Chris Top program.
Welcome to another awkward mistletoe moment.
You stupid kids and your stupid traditions. Back in my day, if you got called under the mistletoe, we punched each other in the face as hard as we could, and we liked it. That was way before everybody got all sissified and stuff. Why don't you just wrap your mistletoe up and smoke it like everything else? You stupid kids, you don't have any respect for anybody. Back in my day, we had to make our own air. Try going a whole week without breathing and see how you like it. Stupid kids playing your fancy games on your chalkboards with your erasers. Ugh.
This has been another awkward mistletoe moment.
Oh, man, I wasn't planning on doing a show today, but I'm really, really happy that we got a chance to kind of sit down and talk with Heidi for a little while. Now, we're going to play I'm Gonna Wish You Merry Christmas, and you're going to love this song if you haven't heard it yet, because I've been sharing this and promoting this all day today, and you might be, well, I was going to say you might be tired of it, but I've listened to it like 8 million times, so I don't know if you're tired of it or not. But I'm Gonna Wish You Merry Christmas, Heidi Raye on the Chris Top program.
I was waiting in a long line down at the Walmart, eggnog and a turkey in my shopping cart, when I said 2 words you ain't supposed to say no more. I didn't cuss, say anything offensive, but all of a sudden everybody got defensive. So I said it again, a little louder than before. Merry Christmas.
Somebody said you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Might I suggest you start saying season's greetings? And I said, that's mighty bold of someone buying a bunch of Christmas lights. You can say happy holidays or whatever is politically correct these days, but I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Everybody done gone sensitive. I'ma call it what it is, y'all get over it. I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Yeah. I wish you joy, I wish you peace, and every little thing the season brings. I wish you Merry Christmas. I wish you hope and happiness, and every little thing you got on your list. I wish you Merry Christmas. Oh, you can say happy holidays or whatever is politically correct these days, but I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Everybody done gone sensitive. I'ma call it what it is, y'all get over it. I'm gonna wish you Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
You know, I'm absolutely going to wear that song out for the rest of the year, and then as soon as Thanksgiving's over next year, I'm going to start playing it again. I just absolutely love that song, and I'm kind of glad that we are just using this this interview to kind of focus on this one, because I know you've got other stuff out there, so maybe this will give me a good excuse to get you back on sometime next year to talk about the other stuff.
I would love that.
I would love that too, and I was hoping you would say that. Now, I have a proposition for you too.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you working on anything new right now?
Yeah, always. I'm, the EP is only about 5 months old, but to me, it's like a year and 5 months old, how long things take. And so I'm working on a new EP. We're going to be recording in the new year.
Okay. So, like, when you say the new year, you talking in January, February, March, what?
Likely February. I'm going to be on the road most of January. So I think when I get back, we'll start in February.
Okay. So if you finish something and you kind of want to like send it to me before you release it, just so, I can maybe give you my opinion.
I would absolutely do that.
That would be wonderful. See, it makes me feel important and it keeps me in the loop, and you don't have to tell Dawn.
Okay. Our secret.
Okay. So we're tight now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. So I like to get that stuff out of the way because it's important. And
it is.
Oh, and one more thing too. Like when you start playing the Grand Ole Opry and like the stadium in Nashville and those type places, can I get a couple of backstage passes?
Already set aside for you.
Sweet. And I'll have like the little plastic thing. It'll be in the plastic with the thing that goes around my neck.
The lanyard, yeah.
Yes, that's what it's called.
That.
Yes. Okay, so I'm set. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, what kind of superhero power would you choose if you could pick any of them?
Well, fun fact, I am the most indecisive person you'll probably ever meet.
So you would pick the power of decisiveness.
I would never get a tattoo because I would hate it the next day and regret that decision. So my superpower would be, I would like to be a genie because I feel like they can do everything, pretty much. So that way I'm not like, if I chose invisibility, the next day I'd be like, Heidi, why did you choose that?
That's brilliant. So you'd have so you wouldn't limit yourself to like 3 wishes then.
Right. Well, I would just be the genie that, the first wish is that I wish for infinite wishes, and then I'm set,
Oh, okay. That's a brilliant, I've never thought about that. And, I've always wondered too, like when people find genies, why they don't just wish for more wishes.
I know, that's the first thing you do.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous not to do that.
Right.
I don't know if I'd like living in the bottle, though. That's
Likely
the only
not.
downside. I mean, you could make it a big bottle.
Well, I Dream of Jeannie. I mean, she did okay.
Yeah, she did all right. She did okay. Okay, so the next question, and I ask this question of everybody that's on the show. If you had 5 minutes to sit down and have a cup of coffee with anybody, and this could be anybody living, dead, throughout history, who would it be?
I would say Dolly Parton, probably, not just for the reason that it wouldn't be 5 minutes because she's chatty. It would turn into like a couple hours.
Sure.
So there's that. I just like that she came from really humble beginnings and turned into a superstar, but yet is so sweet and humble and normal, and I think she's funny, and I'm drawn to those kind of personalities, and I would just like to pick her brain and see how she did it and how she continues to do it. I mean, I saw her last year in concert and she was brilliant. And I just, I'd like to ask her a whole bunch of questions.
She is so famous and she's a multimillionaire, and seems to me like one of the sweetest down to earth people that you would ever meet.
Right. And so I just think that's really endearing because you just don't see that, when people get to that level, they just don't act normal anymore, for the most part, and she just seems so down to earth. So,
so if a little girl came up to you after you're done performing on stage, and she looks at you and says, "Heidi, I really, really want to be in the business, and I want to be a singer like you, a songwriter," what kind of advice would you give her?
I get asked this after every show, and I always just tell, it's mostly young girls, and I just say, the most important thing you can do is just work really, really hard. And then when you think that you've worked really hard, keep working harder, because that's what separates people in Nashville. Everyone in that town has talent. Yes. Everyone's going after the same thing. And I think what really sets people apart, it isn't oftentimes talent or money or connections. I think what sets people apart is work ethic, and how bad do you want it, and how much are you willing to sacrifice for it, and how hard are you willing to work for it. And so I think that'd be the most important thing I'd tell someone.
Mm-hmm. What do you think's more important, talent or business sense when it comes to the industry?
I mean, it should be talent, but I think it is business sense.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't, like in your case, I mean, do you have a good business sense about you, do you think, or do you place those types of people around you?
I didn't used to. I think that's something that comes with experience and just, over the years. I think looking back, I think I made my first trip to Nashville when I was a teenager. And so looking back, I think, oh my goodness, I knew nothing. Mm-hmm. And, so I think that just comes with time and just being in the business day after day and working for it. I think, you learn, but it definitely, I have friends that are really business savvy, and I've learned a lot from them and how they market themselves, how they brand themselves, how they use social media, who you surround yourself with. There's just a lot of things that come into play. And so it is really important to really know the business and know what you're doing.
Sure. Now, while you're up in Canada, are you going to do any shows while you're home?
Yeah, I'm singing an anthem for a hockey game tomorrow night, and I'm playing a Christmas party Friday night, and I'm doing a Christmas Eve service at church on Christmas Eve.
Nice. Are you looking forward to just kind of slowing down a little bit over the holiday or over Christmas?
Yeah, I am. It's it's been a really crazy year, and radio tour went up until last Thursday, and so I feel like I'm just kind of getting into holiday mode right about now.
And here I am pulling you back in it again. You were home. You thought you were safe.
I was so close.
And then I had to hear your song. Darn it. What kind of response are you getting from I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas?
Way better than I thought. If I'm being honest, I kind of put it out there thinking, well, this will ruffle some feathers. And I kind of expected a little bit of backlash from it, and I haven't got it yet. It's actually kind of surprising who's gravitating towards it. And, just we've really only got positive feedback on it so far. So it's been interesting, but, really, really exciting.
Yeah, I think people, they want this. It's just, it's good to have a song like this that they can really, really relate to, I think. I mean, a lot of songs say Merry Christmas in them, but they don't say it like you do. So it's a little different. It's just fun. Okay, well, I guess now, as far as like what you're going to be doing in Nashville when you get back? I know you're going to be writing, working on another. Is it an album or an EP?
It'll likely be a 6-song EP. I think it's just, after seeing how slow singles move, if you put out 10 songs on an album, you're going to be hanging on to that record for a while. So, I kind of like putting music out, more frequently, less songs more frequently is kind of what I'm going for right now.
Why not just go single after single as opposed to an EP then?
It's not a bad idea, and it's something that, we would be putting out a single likely before the EP anyway. And so I think that is, see how that does and what kind of feedback you're getting from it and take it from there. But yeah, definitely try the single route first.
Okay. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. You're not going to make us wait all year.
No, I wouldn't do that.
And I'll get it first, right?
Of course.
Sweet. Okay. Now, as far as where you're going to be playing live in Nashville, do you have any dates set up yet?
So far, I'm going to be going to Australia. I'm playing the Tamworth Festival.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I leave on the 14th of January, and I'll be gone for about 15 days. So that'll take up, the better part of January.
Man, that's cool. Do you just pack up and go to Australia all the time, or what?
This is a first for me. I have never been there, and it's just really cool playing in, I've played in Europe a couple times, and it's really fun, and it's so different though. And so I'm really excited to play in Australia and see, I'm sure it's going to be different than playing in the US and Canada, what kind of music they like and the crowd response. And, so I'm really looking forward to seeing, what it's like playing in a different country.
Yeah, that'll be neat. Now, watch for spiders in your shoes. Yeah,
I've been kind of freaking out. Well, not freaking out about that. Actually, what scares me more than the snakes and spiders is the 17-hour flight.
Oh, that's going to be rough. You don't seem like you're the type of person who likes to sit still very long.
That is very correct.
Yeah, so it's going to be rough for you. Maybe there's a treadmill on the flight or something.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Justin wants to say hello. He's in the Spreaker chat. So
hey, Justin.
He's listening. So I'm anxious to see the kind of response that we're going to get from the song after the show's over. It's kind of exciting. So okay, after you're done in Australia and then you're back in Nashville, I'm trying to figure out when I can come and see you live.
Check back with me. CRS happens the first week of February, so I will be playing a couple places during that week. That will be in Nashville. And, we're still working on bookings. So, I tell people just check the schedule frequently. It really changes day to day. So,
okay.
If you want to keep in the loop, the best way is sign up for the newsletter when you go to HeidiRaye.com and we'll keep you updated.
Oh, I need to do that. I went to the website a few times. And I just X'd out of it and look for the stuff that I need. I need to sign up for that though.
You should.
But it just pops up as soon as you go to the website and you just type your email in and then we get letters, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. You're like a technical genius.
I'm really not. I'm actually very untechnical. But I have people that are, and I love them dearly.
Hey, can you cook?
No.
No? Why are you laughing?
Oh, because are you technical? Nope. But you can cook, right? Nope. And, and you
what
wonder
do I know?
why I'm
Boys
single.
are stupid. What?
Yeah.
I mean, can you do it? Can you cook ramen? Ramen noodles?
I make some really, really good scrambled eggs.
Oh, okay. See, that's something.
I mean, a 10-year-old can do it, but yeah.
I usually invite myself over for dinner when people tell me they can cook, but I'm a little scared.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't come for me for medical advice or to cook or to fix your computer.
Okay. So are you going to be in Nashville next June around CMA Fest?
Yes, you can't miss that. I will be there for sure.
Okay, so usually what I do is we'll set up for 3 or 4 days in Nashville, and we'll do live interviews, and we'll play some songs and stuff like that. And we have an award show the last day, and I would love for you to kind of tentatively pencil that in just so you don't forget, because I want to invite you to come out to that.
That would be great. I would love to.
Yeah, and we get to see each other in person, and you can make me some scrambled eggs, and we can talk.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a tetanus shot.
Oh, that would be great. That would be wonderful. But practice, though. before then. Make sure you practice a little bit. You know what I did last year at the CMA Fest? This is going to surprise you.
What?
Okay, this is kind of cool. I know this is interviews about you, but I'm going to make it about me a little bit. The last day of the awards ceremony, my co-host Allie, who's not in the room at the moment because she can't stop coughing, she always does the show with me. I actually proposed to her at the award ceremony.
Wow!
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Okay, wait. It gets better.
I hope she said yes.
It gets better. And then after I proposed to her, I asked her to marry me right there on the spot. Is that not crazy?
And did you?
I'm a lunatic. Yeah, we did. We actually got married right there. I had it all set up. We had like wedding cupcakes, and I had the rings ready and all that stuff. It was really cool.
Wow, that is
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty gutsy. What if she'd said no?
Oh, it would have made good radio.
That's true.
She would have.
You would have been a viral YouTube video.
I know, everybody would have felt bad for me. Oh, look at that poor guy. He got turned down at the award ceremony.
That's awesome.
But but you missed that. But I mean, you never know. I guess is what I'm trying to say. What'll happen at the awards? Maybe you'll get proposed to.
I hope not.
You never know, though. Okay, so HeidiRaye.com. You can go there. You can stalk her on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I saw your YouTube up there and all kinds of other social places. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Did I miss anything?
Pandora. I know some people use that. Yeah, I think you got all of them.
Okay. I'm so excited to actually have discovered you a couple of days ago, and now I've actually got you on the show. Totally made my day.
Well, it made mine. Thanks for having me.
You won't even know it, but you're going to spend a lot of Christmas with us through your music, and I appreciate you for that. I really, really do.
Well, I hope so, and thank you for supporting me in this crazy dream.
It is crazy. I know. But our saying on the show, it's WOBA. It stands for Working on Being Awesome. It's not, they're not call letters. A lot of times people think that's what it is, but it's really an acronym for that. And I think it's important for people to know that we're always a work in progress, and we're always in constant pursuit of awesomeness. And we may never reach it, but we've got to try and struggle every day. And for me, people like you, independent artists, are such an inspiration, and they keep me on that right track. And it's just, you talk about your dream, your crazy dream, and a lot of times people have these dreams, but they give up just immediately. But you're still trucking. You got your degree and you moved to Nashville. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, well, thank you, and I love that. Working on Being Awesome. That's a great motto, and that's it's always keep working. You're never there. Even the biggest of the biggest still work on their craft. And I mean, look at Garth Brooks. He's still always improving himself, mm-hmm. and he's the entertainer. But, I think that's just a great motto to live by, is just, keep doing your thing and try and improve every day.
Well, there you go. And you're an inspiration, and I appreciate you for that as well. So thank you all so much for listening to the show today. We do not, nor will we ever take you for granted, because I know there's a million other things you could be doing, but guess what? You chose to listen to us. It makes us feel pretty darn good. So until we broadcast again, remember this, it'll be next year. Life is good, and we're gone.
Maybe dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time for an acronym.
2, 3, 4.